have an exciting haul today of pre-orders that I've gotten over the past month or so, as well as 4 packages from Books A Million and a package from RightStuf Anime. So I'm really excited to get into these. I have one entire series I picked up during the 3 for 2 Books A Million sale. So really excited to add that to my collection, and I really hope that everything shipped well and just arrived safely and won't be damaged. I'm kind of surprised the way that Books A Million sent their packages because each one is packaged differently, but gonna go through these pre-orders and then open the RightStuf Anime package and then get into these Books A Million packages. So for my pre-orders that I've been getting, this first one here is Something's Wrong With Us, Volume 14. So this one is almost through the main story. The main story ends with Volume 16, and then there are 3 additional volumes of side stories. So really looking forward to getting those ones. I have already read this, so it was actually in last month's log, so my April reading log. But this is a josei drama romance series that follows 2 wagashi makers and their dramatic romance. Next is Tokyo Revengers, Volumes 9 and 10. So this is the 5th omnibus volume. Mitsuya is my favorite character, so I was so thrilled that he got the cover, and the other volume cover was Chifuyu, and he's just right here on the first page. And this is another one I read in April, so it will be in my April reading log. But this is a shonen action series that follows middle school age delinquents. There are some sci-fi elements of time travel, and we get to see the characters both in their younger age as well as when they're adults. So omnibus volumes, I really love that 7 Seas picked this up and gave us a physical release of it. So I've been enjoying reading the physical volumes as they've been releasing, and it's already 1/3 through the series. It's complete with 31 volumes, so we're 1/3 there, and I can't wait for the next ones. Next, I got 2 volumes of Dengeki Daisy. So I had back ordered these during the RightStuf Shoujo Beat sale, and there were only 6 volumes of the 16 that were in stock. So these 2 came into stock, volumes 2 and 7, and got shipped to me. So now I have half of the volumes, and I'm really excited to get the rest of them. I hope that they won't take forever to come back into stock, because my first read through was with the fan translations, but I'm really excited to read it a second time with the official translation, and my husband is looking forward to reading it too after I thoroughly enjoyed my read. He usually will see the series that I really enjoy, and he will look forward to reading them as well. So this is a shoujo series that follows these 2, a high school girl and a young man in his 20s. It does have an age gap romance, so be forewarned if that is not something you enjoy reading. But while this does have romance, and some of it is set in high school, some of it is set outside of school with other adult characters, it does have elements of tragedy, drama, crime, action. So I think it is considered a dark shoujo. It does have really good comedy. I laughed a lot while reading it, and I also cried a lot while reading it. So really excited that these 2 volumes came back in stock. I also got volume 3 of Tsubaki-chou Lonely Planet. I absolutely love this cover. I love the way they're dressed. So this is a series that is completed in Japan at 14 volumes, and I am really excited for the next volume already. This is a series that I have already read, but I've really been enjoying reading the physical volumes as they've been releasing. I'm really happy that the series got picked up for an English print release. This is a shoujo romance series. This one also has an age gap romance in it, so if that is not your thing, then this one will also maybe not be for you. But it follows this high school girl who has started to work as a live-in housekeeper for this historical novelist. But it follows their cohabitation and their relationship as they get to know each other. And it's one that I really like. And this mangaka, I really, really love her art style. So really looking forward to volume 4 already for the next release. I also got volume 11 of The Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess. So this is the final volume of this series. I thought there were 12 volumes, so I got this and expected there to be one more, and then realized volume 11 was the final volume, so excited to complete this series in my collection, and I haven't read any of it so far. This is a game series that I really like, and then Twilight Princess is one of my favorite of the Zelda franchise. So I am looking forward to reading it. I did purposefully not read any of it with the intention to read through the whole series once I had the final volume. So I think I am going to let my husband read through it first because he's been really excited about completing this series, and then I will read through it after him. This is a shonen adventure series that follows this main character Link as he is trying to save Hyrule Kingdom. So really looking forward to that. And then the last one, Life Lessons with Uramichi Oniisan, Omnibus 4. So this is volumes 7 and 8. Really excited about this one as well. This is a josei comedy series, slice of life, that follows a former gymnast who now works for a TV station filming a TV show, and he works as the exercise instructor for a kids' television show. And while on the show, he has a very energetic and happy persona and attitude. In real life, he just kind of has a bleak outlook and is very cynical. This is a series that I find hilarious, so I'm really excited to get into this new content. I feel like a lot of his experiences are very relatable to a lot of people in their late 20s and early 30s who maybe have a job that they don't really enjoy or just have a negative view about certain things in life. So really excited to see what kind of development these two volumes will have between the different characters. It is very slice of life and episodic, or at least it has been so far. But in the last couple volumes, there has been a bit more backstory about some of the different characters, and we've seen some of their relationships with each other and friendships kind of develop a bit. So really looking forward to getting into this one. Okay, so before I get into the Books A Million packages, I'm going to open the RightStuf package first. So I will say before I get into this, this is something that I got more for my husband than for me, but it is for our shared collection, and it's for a series that I am not super familiar with, but I'm really excited to get into it and learn a little bit more about it. But it's one that my husband has really gotten into lately, and he just is loving it. So I got these for him. They're not a surprise though, and I did have his consent to open this. Okay, so just at a glance, it looks like everything was packaged really well, nice and tightly. There is a little bit, just the corners of these heavy hardcover books are just a little dented in, but that's to be expected. But in this package, we got the World Guide Part 1 and Part 2 of Nier Automata. And then Volumes 1 and 2 of the manga series, YorHa Pearl Harbor Descent Record. And this again is from Nier Automata. But this is a video game series. My husband has really been getting into Nier. I have watched little bits of the gameplay, but honestly, I haven't watched a lot. And then my husband didn't want me to see spoilers as he got further into the game, so he's planning to start it over and play it while I am also paying attention so that I can experience it along with him. But I believe this is ongoing. Volume 3 isn't available for pre-order yet, but I think this is an ongoing series, but I'll find out. Since this is Volume 1, I'll just flip a little through the beginning. That's cool. I don't know. So what I do know about this series is that it is a little futuristic. There are some sci-fi elements, I believe. I do find the character designs interesting, so I'm looking forward to getting into this world a bit. And then the World Guide, Volume 1. By Dark Horse. I am pleased, honestly, at how these arrived because I have ordered some heavy hardcover art books from RightStuf Anime before, and they just were not packed tightly at all, and as a result arrived very damaged. The corners like really beaten in and cracks on the cover as well as around the edges and even the spines. But this is not bad at all. Really happy about these. And then World Guide, Volume 2. And I am planning on getting him the Nier art book as well, but it has content from the other Nier games that he hasn't played yet, so I just stuck with Automata for this time because that's one that he has played already. So these are wrapped, and I'm not going to open them because I think it will be a special and fun little thing for him to open them. But if this is a series, a game franchise that you really like, or you would like to see a flip through of these, let me know in the comments, and maybe I could do a flip through video of these too. And then lastly, I have these 4 packages from Books A Million. It should just be one series in all of these. And while I just got these 3 packages today, I did get this 4th one about a week and a half ago, and I was gonna try to not open it and be patient so that I could unbox all of my packages at the same time. And I expected all of them to arrive right around each other because they all shipped at the same time. But after I got this one, I saw that these ones were not going to be arriving for an additional 10 or so days after this one. So just to make sure everything was okay, I did open this one and I just peeked and made sure that there was nothing damaged. But I left the books inside so that I could do a little faux unboxing. So I'll get all of these ripped open and then I will reveal what the next series is that I picked up for my collection. Okay. So this series is Fruits Basket. So I will just say, I really dislike big mailers like this because once you open these flaps, it's just these two like short flaps. And I have received manga before where as the package shifted around, a volume has slid out. And I literally received my package at the post office and manga was hanging out the side of it. So I like mailers like this for single small volume deliveries, but for multiple regular sized manga being sent just stuffed in here, it's my least favorite way of receiving manga. And this mailer, 2 more omnibus volumes. In this box. This has a nice little cushioning air pocket thing. Okay, and this one has 6 omnibus volumes. Okay, so let me put these in order real quick. Okay, so I guess I'll just go through and show all the covers and back covers. I hadn't seen them before, so I'm happy that they are this way where both the front cover and the back cover have a different character on them because these are omnibus volumes. I absolutely love the spines. So this is the collector's edition, 12 omnibus volumes, and it does cover 23 volumes, and then should have at the end of omnibus 12 some extra content at the end. And they have little French flaps, so that's pretty cool. And then I believe, so I believe every omnibus volume starts with some colored pages. And since this is the first volume, I will flip through a little bit. This is a shoujo series that has romance, drama, supernatural elements. It has characters in high school and middle school, as well as adult characters. This is a series that I watched the anime, and I really wanted to read the manga, but I was really turned off by the art style, just the character designs, especially like the way they have humongous eyes and just the proportions of their faces. I thought it was something that was going to be a big challenge for me to get used to, but I did just read this whole series last month and I loved it. The art style did not bother me at all because I had already seen the anime, so I knew that I loved the story, I loved the characters, so big thank you to Dragon Ball Zoe, who hosted a buddy read of this series in April. And that was the final push I needed to finally just at least give the series a try. And I just really loved it. So I'm really happy that during the Books A Million 3 for 2 sale, they were part of the sale, and then I had an additional coupon to use. So I ended up getting all 12 of these omnibus volumes for about 50% off. So I was so pleased. It seems like some of them might have gotten a little banged up just on their way to me, but it's not too bad. I feel like because the covers are very just plain and white with a character on them, it's going to be really noticeable, any little dings on them. And I have to be careful not to let them get dirty, but I'm just happy to have them. It's volume Omnibus 2. And I believe the front cover and back cover match, like this is volumes 3 and 4, so I believe this is the volume 3 cover and the volume 4 cover, maybe. Yeah, there's a little dent there. Guess as long as the spines mostly look okay, because it's going to be what is visible from my shelves, and then didn't seem like there was any damage to any of the pages when I was pulling them all out, so I'm just super pleased I got them at such a good deal. And again, just every omnibus has the French flaps and colored pages at the start. Honestly, some of the covers are a little dirty, but that's just honestly when they're white covers and they're like kind of matte. I feel like that's kind of to be expected, but I might give them a little wipe down before they go on my shelves to make sure they don't just have any residual dust from the warehouse or transit. These little cuties. So this is, these omnibus volumes do retail for $20. So again, just so happy I got them for just over $10 each. Really trying to be more frugal and try to look for deals a little better than I have done in the past. Omnibus 8. This is another series that I do talk about in my April reading log, so if you want to hear more of my thoughts about the series in general, that's where you can find that. But I would say if you've been anime only for Fruits Basket, I really would recommend at least once just reading the manga. If in the first couple chapters you can get past the old shoujo art style, I feel like the story is really well written in the manga. I really like the pacing and the way that things are revealed. So if you've only watched the anime, definitely consider giving the manga a try. As well as if you've read the manga and never watched the anime. I love the anime. It's so good. Omnibus 12. And this is how the spines look. I honestly couldn't remember exactly how the spines looked because a lot of the images that I've seen, especially on Instagram, people will line these up on their bookcases to be a rainbow or different things like that to look stylish rather than randomizing the colors as it is numerically. But I really like covers that align really well, especially when they have characters on them, that the proportions from volume to volume are similar. I like that both the front cover and back cover characters are on the spine, so just when they're on the bookcase, I'll be able to see them. But like I said, I did just read this last month, so I probably won't be reading it again for a little while, but I was really happy to get it when I saw this amazing deal. And like I mentioned earlier, whenever I read a series and really enjoy it, especially when I'm laughing a lot or crying a lot, it makes my husband really curious and excited to see what the series is all about. So he also has watched the anime and really likes it, and now is looking forward to reading the series as well. I do honestly enjoy reading manga digitally as well as physical volumes, but my husband prefers physical volumes, so he's really looking forward to getting into this series. And I do think that this is going to be a series that will probably be an annual read for me. So really happy to have it now, really happy to add it to my collection. If you haven't been following my channel and my hauls since the beginning, maybe you don't know this about me, but the way that I usually collect manga is if I'm going to pick up a new series, I pick up the whole thing at once, because if I know I want to collect the series, I don't want to just pick them up in order when I've already read it and I know I want it. So really excited to now have this one, as well as to have this new series in my collection, as well as these new volumes for ongoing series that I've been collecting, as well as these back orders that I hope will, the final 8 volumes, come back into stock. Completed Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. So just a really exciting haul for me to get all of these goodies. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed unboxing all of these with me, and I'll see you again soon in another video. Thanks for watching.